and welcome to Caribbean Vibrations TV, TV's hottest Caribbean show. I'm your host, Karen Warner, and this is Canadian Music Week. Tonight we're hanging out at the Nikki Clarke Show's Tribute to Urban Music, and I'm really excited to have a little chat here with one of Toronto's soul sensations, Michelle Mondesir. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for speaking with us tonight. So we're here at the Tribute to Urban Music. How did you become involved in this show?
Actually, I've known Nikki Clarke for quite a while, and I asked her, what does she have upcoming, and she said, either you can come on my show, or if you're interested, you could be part of the Canadian Music Urban Tribute that we're having. And I said, you know what? I'd love to be part of the Canadian Music Week.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I know, some people might consider the urban genre of music, a little underdeveloped in comparison to some other popular genres in Canada. What's your take on that? How has it been for you as an urban artist in Canada?
Yeah, I think urban music in Canada, unfortunately, isn't getting as much spotlight as it should, as in comparison to, say, rock, pop, folk music in Canada, country. Those are the big types of music in Canada. And I think with urban music, there just hasn't been enough commercial play. But luckily with radio stations like 98.7 and Flow, we've been able to start a platform to bring, urban music to the forefront in Canada, and I think it's an awesome thing.
Okay, so for some folks that aren't familiar with your music, they might consider you up and coming, but really, truth be told, you've been doing your music thing for a while, right? Like piano, 5 years old. Where do you think this passion comes from?
Well, my father is actually a musician in Barbados, so I think it's in the blood, it's in the family. But I've always loved music. From a little kid, I'm absolutely in love with Little Whitney, to the point that my parents would call me Little Whitney growing up and sing all her songs. And yeah, and then I was put into piano lessons at 5, and I just kept with it, and I ended up at Fanshawe College, and I studied music industry arts, so I learned the business production end from doing that course. But I've always been an artist. That's my main passion.
Oh, absolutely. I can see that, because that brings me to my next question. Award-winning singer, songwriter, producer, the list goes on and on. What made you decide to wear so many hats when it comes to your music? In fact, all the hats.
I just find sometimes it's really hard to basically get people on your team. Everybody's busy doing their own thing, and also, like I said, I love all aspects of music. I went to school for production, so for me it just made sense to fall into doing my own production. And it's kind of nice to have creative and business control over your own career. So I figured that was the best way to go for me.
Awesome. So how would you describe your sound? Give me 3 or 4 words that will describe the Michelle Mondesir sound.
Okay. Neo soul. I guess I just go back to R&B hip hop. Neo soul, R&B hip hop. It's a fusion of those 3 genres.
Yeah, and definitely soul. You've been compared to some pretty elite women in the R&B and soul genre. You have Jill Scott, Alicia Keys, the late and great Etta James. And even Toronto's own Melanie Fiona. How does that feel to be categorized in such an elite group of women, icons even in the music industry?
It's awesome. I get speechless anytime anybody says anything like that to me, because to me, I idolize these people. Their art and the way that they've gone about their careers. So to say that, to put me on the same pedestals is great. It's an honor.
So let's talk about your most recent project. You dropped your sophomore album in November, not too long ago. I listened to it. I was blown away. What was your I know you covered a lot of issues, love and relationships, and also some more controversial issues in society. What was your inspiration for that album?
My inspiration is always about life and what I've been through, what friends of mine have been through. Even I pull inspiration from, stories on TV, news stories, and just seeing what my what my environment's about. That's what I always pull my inspiration from, because I find I get inspired at any point in time. Just I could be at the supermarket and I see something going on, you know, with bantering back and forth with a husband and wife, and I'm like, oh, okay. And when you really start to, you know, take in your environment, it's not hard to be inspired by it.
And I think that's what the connection is also to your music, is because you can feel the connection between what you're singing and that you're the writer and that you've actually gone through these experiences. I think it makes it like that much deeper for the audience and whoever's listening to it. So I just think that's awesome.
That's awesome to hear.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, I mean, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but for our viewers out there that, you know, aren't familiar with your music and aren't going to make it down here tonight, I was wondering if you can give them a little sample, song of your choice. It could be Big Bang Theory, but I'm just, no pressure, no pressure. Whatever you like.
All right. Sure. All right. Hold me, hug me, kiss me, love me, we can soar above the stars. Squeeze me, please, caress and touch me, we got the universe in our hearts. Don't hold nothing back, love, you got that good stuff, we don't have to rush tonight. Hold me, hug me, kiss me, love, let's recreate the Big Bang Theory.
Love it! Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I decided I'm a little, what you might call naturally inquisitive or nosy. And when I first heard your name, yeah, you know, I'm West Indian, what? And, you know, when I first heard your name, I was like, what an interesting last name, Mondesir. So I looked it up, and I found that it was French in origin. So I was wondering if you could, you know, let us know a little bit about your background.
Well, my mom's from St. Vincent, my dad's from Barbados, but my stepfather's from St. Lucia, and he adopted me when I was younger. His last name's Mondesir, and it basically means my desire in French. So that's basically...
Sounds like the title of the next album.
You know what? I might have to rip that off from you.
I'm just saying, I mean, it works so beautifully. It's almost like planned, Michelle Mondesir. It just works, you know? So, seeing that it means my desire, tell me, what is your desire in this music industry? If you were to wake up tomorrow and you dream up your perfect career, what would it look like?
My perfect career would be being an international recording artist, and also being able to produce other artists. That would be ultimately where I'd like to be. Within the next 5 years, that's where I'd like to be.
You can make it happen, girl. You're well on your way. You can definitely make it happen. So now you're about to hit the stage. What can everybody coming here tonight expect from a live Michelle Mondesir show?
Hopefully to feel what I'm saying. To really feel it, enjoy it, and, you know, chill.
It's chillin' music, for sure, for sure. Can you also let our viewers know where they can get your music? Like, if they want to check you out?
Check me out at www.michellemondesir.com. That's MICHELLEMONDESIR.com.
Okay. So before you head out and hit the stage, you want to know what's next for you? Any upcoming projects or?
Yeah, as you may know, I did a bi-monthly showcase called Soul in the City for 2 years, and Soulful for 2 years. My new one's going to be called Soul in the City, and I'm thinking of basically making it a moving showcase for up-and-coming urban artists. So I'm hoping that that'll be on its underway around May, June of this year. So.
Awesome, sounds good. Well, definitely let us know when you have that plan for it. Thank you so much for joining us today. That's right, it's the one and only soul sensation, Michelle Mondesir, and I'm Karen Warner for Caribbean Vibrations TV.